This is probably the most ridiculous install video in the history of YouTube. So today I've got a cool new item that I wanted to show you. I'm gonna kind of try to do a little bit of an install video. So I bought a set of, I guess they're called the Eagle Eye taillights, right? So for the Jeep TrackHawk, Jeep SRT, Jeep anything, WK2 actually, the middle part of where the hatch is, the lights don't actually light up when you hit the brake or whatever have you. So there's a company called MHF, Make Him Famous. I don't know where that name comes from, but the dude is really awesome. And he's from North Jersey. He specializes in a lot of Jeep lighting stuff, not like, you know, so much with like demon eye stuff, but more like functional lighting. Where things actually enhance the OEM look and don't really take away, or you don't need any sort of like RGBW Bluetooth handhelds or anything like that. You don't need any of that stuff the way he's got this set up, so which is really cool. But basically his main focus has always been the headlight ribbons. So if you've got a WK2 of any sorts that doesn't have the high intensity ribbons running around the side, which is really cool. If you see them during the daytime, you know what that's a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and you know that it's typically a higher end one because those are kind of reserved for specific options or whatever. He sells a kit that can replace them. He also sells a harness that if you have the DRLs and you want to keep them fully lit while your headlights are on, or without them dropping when your turning signals are on, he's got that as well. He also sells these things called the Eagle Eye taillights, and basically what they do is they tap into your wire in the rear and they light up, and they also give you extra brake light, you know, brightness, which is really awesome. So it kind of like fills all that in, because you know that's just, even though the lighting is all one kind of piece on each side, it kind of cuts off, it stops, like there's a brake light and then there's nothing there, and it's just weird. So he came up with a solution to have those replaced, and all you got to do is kind of tap into a wire. It should be fairly simple. The package just came in mail the other day. I was gonna have him install. I was gonna drive up to North Jersey, but a bunch of stuff happened where I couldn't make it up, and so I said, hey man, can you just ship them down to me and I'll do an install myself? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And the instructions should be in there. Well, we're gonna go back to my garage, my house, and go check that out. So we'll see you on the next side. All right, so just got back to my house. Had to grab some coffee, dropped off my kid at daycare, and we're gonna get going on to what's in the box. What's in the box? So let's do this, shall we? Yeah, I'm really excited because I wanted to kind of go over this real quick. If you take a look, these lights here, they only have like a glow to them, and no brake light, no lighting, so all of this is kind of like for nothing. The only thing that actually will turn is turning signal will go on here, but it won't go on here. Brake light will go here. Same with the other side. So when it's all complete, it should all have a uniform look, and that's what I'm going for. So we'll see what it takes, see what it looks like install wise. You know, I'm not the most handy of people, but hey, I'm gonna do what I can. So yeah, this box showed up the other day. Put it up here. I've got a few, got a lot of crap in my garage. I got to clean that out. But yeah, that's RBL red and clear lens, black garnish. Because yeah, the black garnish here, so this is what it's called, a garnish. So here's the installation kind of paperwork. I ripped the top, but you know, it's pretty basic, where basically you're just going to remove the trunk lid panels on both sides and get to the third brake light, splice that, connect, set up the opposite side for the harness, reattach. So I don't have a panel remover tool, but I can fashion one out of basically a screwdriver and some masking tape. You just take a piece of tape and you literally wrap it around the flathead. Make sure it's a flathead and not a Phillips, right? Because it won't be flat enough to get through a panel. And that's pretty much it. You just need that so it's soft and like kind of cushiony, but still can jab it in there. So let's take a look at what we got. So we're going to be removing this panel here. Probably all of this in order to get to the back of this guy here. I don't know. I think I can pull them out there. Yeah, I'm sure there's something in there. Like I said, I've never pulled this apart, but we're going to go ahead and try to do that. But I'm not going to do that with you on camera because, yeah, I might fuck that up. Okay, so I've removed this panel here. Literally just had to pull down right here. Didn't have to use any sort of screwdriver. And I have to access this guy here, this harness. So I'm going to unplug it, and then I have to splice them back and basically connect. So basically you're going to take this splicer here, right, and you're going to open it up and you're going to expose see, there we go. See that point there? That's supposed to tap into the red is supposed to tap into the live, and the other the black is supposed to tap into the ground. So the red wire right here connects to the white and green wire, that is the live. And you repeat the process with the black ground. Black to black, red to white and green. The green kind of gives you a little misunderstanding that it might be that might be the ground, but it's not. So it literally doesn't allow the wire to go anywhere else the way it's set up. I'll show you real close up. Okay, sorry. So here we are. So this is it connected. As you can see, those gray little thumb screws, thumb tighteners, they catch the wire and then pinch. There's like a little metal pinch that will connect and maintain contact. So you don't have to do any splicing, you don't have to do any of that stuff. So you could actually go ahead and run that if you wanted to, hook the harness back up, but I'm gonna take the rest of the panel off here in order to gain access to the middle lights. So you don't have to be scared. It's just you're pulling a whole big piece off. I'll show you. Literally. Just kind of grab your hands under here and keep the door from coming down. Work it under. Just get under there, and you just got to get these tabs, the clicks, to loosen up. And these tabs are installed pretty good. You know, they're not meant to really be to move. So you're gonna, you know, sometimes you're gonna get that little bit of a scary pull. Right? It seems like it's scary, but it's not that bad. Am I freaking out? You bet your ass I am. But it's only a plastic panel. At the end of the day, you go to your Jeep dealership, get another one. Big deal, you know. So there she is. She's off. Gonna swing you around here real quick. I'm gonna straighten this camera out so I can show you what. So there's two things connecting right now. The wires, harnesses are holding onto the rear door. It's not the best idea to keep it like that, so let's go ahead and unhook them real quick if we can. Shouldn't be a big deal. This is probably the most ridiculous install video in the history of YouTube. So I got my trusty little guy here. Oh, there you go. That's how you get her done. Holy shit. I told you, man, I'm not like the most, mechanically inclined. It's gonna be a real nightmare putting this back on. I hope not. There we go. So the rear panel facing is completely off. What this does is it allows you complete access to wiring, harness, installation, all that good stuff. So here we go. Let's get going, shall we? So this wire and this wire theoretically run down and go in this hole and connect into this wire harness. So before I go ahead and actually start connecting the wiring harnesses here, I'm going to actually remove the taillight assembly here and here. I believe that might be it. I think there's 2 more in here. So a total of 4 on each side. I'm gonna get going that. So basically you should just use a 10mm and screwdriver. It'll work. I can't do it again with one hand, so put you down for a minute. I know you're not going to get the best angles on everything. Maybe you can get a good angle here. Let's move this trash can. Trash cans are not just for trash. They are also for YouTubers. Look at that. All right. Is that going to work? Yeah. I might get in the way of it, but whatever, man. You'll here you want to be a little bit careful. There's a gasket that kind of is gasket slash, I don't know, sealant of sorts, but I already kind of loosened it. As you can see, there's like a kind of a gasket around the sides here and the edges. So you want to be careful pulling that out. You can also loosen it up by pushing that through, and that should be loose now. All right, so I've removed the lights, the tail lights, the center lights, as you can see. They're right here. There's no instructions on how to remove any of this stuff, so it's kind of like figure it out on your own. But now we're ready for installation, at least the center pieces. So let's get these guys on. And so remember we ran this harness, this wire. So basically that's what this plug is going to go into right here. There's this white plug. So yeah, this is going to go into here. So this is going to go right into here like so. Pretty simple. I'm going to run the wire and the zip ties after. So you're basically just going to reinstall. Let's double check which side. Yeah, so you're going to reinstall this guy here. Same holes, same everything, nothing different. 4 10mm nuts. Screw them back on. It actually doesn't matter which side this harness that was plugged into the third brake light, because it really is only for the third brake light. And you just literally connect. That is it. There is something I forgot to do, which totally slipped my mind. But right here, if you can see, this guy. So it's going to reuse the original factory seal. That's why it's loose. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this thing out as soon as I can. I mean, what the fuck? There we go. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on, there we go. Right here is going to get reused. It literally just kind of comes off. Little gasket. And it goes around this guy here. Pretty simple. Makes a nice tight seal. And put it up. And you lock it in. Done. That way it doesn't move, it doesn't jostle, it's sealed. It also keeps out any moisture from inside or outside as well. So we're almost done. I already did this side. I just have to finish the connections on this side. Just this plug here. And then that's done. That's done. I just have to give her a test. So I'm going to test her out. So that lights up the way it's supposed to. And I'm going to test out the brake. Well, they work. Glad to see that they're working. The Eagle Eye taillights on the outside are really quick. They're easy swaps, so I'm going to do that really quick as well. It's starting to rain a little bit, a little harder than I'd like, but basically I already went ahead and pulled these two push pins out. They go right here. Then this literally just kind of gets pulled out, and then you go ahead and take bulbs out. Rather simple. This is another one of my favorite harness Johns, where you gotta pull this red out. This will go under. Yeah, it looks like it'll go under, and then stick somewhere down there. Right? Yeah, that's what that looks like. So this is gonna swap this out from regular incandescent style light bulbs to LED style. And it seems as though this guy is going to go down into the body somewhere, I believe, or somewhere. So let me unhook this first, right? This one hook, because this, of course, is so that I don't get any weird check lights or weird sensor issues. This is the box for that. So she sits a little like that, so we're going to connect these plugs. Rather simple. They'll click into place, they'll lock in. And that should be good. Okay, so now that I have everything plugged in there, there's a box that it's to keep everything right down there. It's to keep everything from kind of like flashing or hyper flash, you know, for LED conversion. Otherwise, you'll also get like a hyper flashing. Basically, it's saying that your light bulb's out because it's not understanding the fact that it's now become a, you know, LED, so it doesn't understand that. So basically, if you're by yourself, just fashion a hanger into a feed so that you can run that wire up and through this hole. Just tape it up and pray to God. So let me tell you, doing this by yourself is not the easiest, but it's also pretty fun, I gotta say. Take some tape, take this guy and fish it through down there. Hopefully you'll see that come through. It's not there yet, but it's there. Pink needle nose pliers. Oh no, it moved. Come on. Got you. Think I got you. Come on. There we go. There we go. There it is. Awesome. It is pretty much unhooked. I will be able to really get to it now because there's nothing else there. So it's fished through. It's a box that basically keeps everything from hyper flashing, and that gets plugged in here, and that's that. And I think I'm gonna try to zip tie or electric, and it's in. So that's pretty much it. That'll wrap up the video. I'm gonna just do a final kind of like when I all done with the other side, but you know, it's pretty much it, guys. So, and there it is, all done. I'm here at work. I didn't really get a chance to kind of give you my impressions while I was at, while I was in the car. But yeah, I'm extremely excited. The taillights, they look awesome. They're so much brighter. In the evening, they just put off such a nice glow. And yeah, I highly recommend getting them if you are looking to do something like that. Hit up Danny at MHF _MHF _SRT. So he's easily accessible. He's always online. He's always on Instagram. I mean, that's how he kind of runs his show off of social media, mostly in the Instagram world. Lots of people use his stuff. Lots of people go by his stuff. I mean, if you're in the area, in the tri-state area, he'll even install it for you. So if you're willing to take a drive up there, I definitely recommend it. Thumbs up on the product, thumbs up on the OEM quality. Everything was great, first time install for me, so I wasn't the most, up to snuff on things like that, but it wasn't anything I couldn't accomplish. And if I can install it, anyone can install it. So yeah, anyway, wanted to finish this episode with kind of a wacky install. And it's around 10:30 at night on Tuesday. I don't know what day, the 27th of August. But just wanted to catch up with you before, I kind of missed, giving you my perception. I love those lights. I think that they're great. They require no maintenance at all, nothing beyond you would normally do. And if you want to tint them, you can go ahead and tint them. So no issues. Yeah, I highly suggest you get them, and I love them. Anyway, guys, if you like this video, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up. If you're not a fan or a subscriber, go ahead and give me that subscribe. I've got a lot more cool stuff coming up. Yeah, Mustang should be coming back soon. The 65 should be coming back soon. Casper's is just tying that up with the heating issues, so we should have all three of my cars back, and I'd really like to make some more epic content. And tuning's coming around the corner on the TrackHawk. Alright guys, till the next one.